My name is Kristyn, and this is how I roll. I'm the literacy facilitator for CORE and Inclusion Regina. So as a literacy facilitator, I essentially facilitate, develop, and coordinate all of our educational and literacy programs for those that we serve and those in the community. So I first found out about CORE over 6 years ago. I was sitting here in the University of Regina in an undergrad class, and we had a presentation on CORE, and the speakers came and talked to our class about CORE. And within 10 minutes, I immediately wanted to work there. I was actually looking for a new job within the disability sector. And so I opened my computer in class, I went to the CORE website, I applied while I was sitting in class, while Jim was still presenting on CORE and telling us all about CORE and gentle teaching, and I applied right then and there. And I got a call from him, I think it was maybe even the next day, and I went in for an interview, and the rest is history. I'm still here. Something that I've really appreciated about CORE and why I'm still here today is the opportunities that it has allowed me. So when I first got hired, I worked as a direct support worker, and I loved that work. And from there, I started working as an ATL. And it was a really great leadership opportunity for me, which then led into a team leader experience. And so I was a team leader for a few years. And again, I really loved that work. And it just so happened that while I was a team leader, I also began my journey in grad school here at the U of R. And so I started to research disability, and I started to research literacy and opportunity and programming for people with disabilities. And it just happened that the stars aligned, and CORE and Inclusion Regina were coming together during that time. And this job and this opportunity became available to me. So everything just kind of worked out, and that's how I started in my literacy facilitator role. As I was working in the field, and the more people I met, the more people I was supporting, the more people I was working with, it really became more and more apparent that people had questions, and they had struggles, and they had things that they were wondering about in regards to their sexuality, or in regards to relationships, or in regards to anything sexual health and wellness related. And the other thing I noticed is that I didn't know what to do, and I didn't know what to say. And I was never told what to do or what to say or how to support people in those situations. And as that went on for years and years and years, I realized that this was actually a huge gap in our sector. And if we don't address it, and if we don't provide people with education, then of course they're not going to have the opportunity to make informed decisions and informed choices and have that knowledge that really is a human right for them to have. And that's kind of what sparked my real passion and interest for this topic, and that's really what sparked my grad study research as well. So it all just kind of came together. I think my favorite part about my role, and really what drew me to the role, is that I get to work on several different initiatives that both CORE and Inclusion Regina provide. So this includes our Next Chapter Book Club, which is a inclusive book club that we provide for people with disabilities in the community. This is Let's Connect, which is a technology class that focuses on providing people with the opportunity to learn how to use technology, how to use the internet, how to use it safely. This includes Tell It Like It Is, which is a sexual health and wellness curriculum for diverse learners. And this also includes a brand new initiative called Sense and Sensibility, which is a financial literacy curriculum that I have been creating in partnership with a former student of mine and also a local teacher. So, it's just so incredible to be able to not only coordinate these literacy programs, but also teach them and also develop them and create them. Because, people with disabilities, if we look at the history of people with disabilities, they have been frequently denied opportunities to learn. They've been frequently left out of conversations. They have been, discriminated against, cognitively discriminated against, and lots of them have not had the opportunities to learn about sexual health, to learn about financial literacy, to learn about reading or writing, or how to utilize those skills, how to use technology skills. And so it really is an honor to be able to provide those opportunities and to recognize that people deserve to learn this stuff and they can learn this stuff. As important as it is to provide this education to those that we serve, it is also really important that our caregivers and our frontline supports also feel supported when talking about sexual health or really any type of literacy, because they are the people who are there day in, day out. They are the people who are having those conversations and who are having those experiences. And if they don't feel comfortable, addressing topics or answering questions, then, ultimately that's going to affect that person that they're serving. So, not only am I passionate about, obviously educating the people that we serve on these topics, I think it's really, really important that we recognize the benefit of ensuring and supporting our caregivers and making sure that they feel comfortable as well. So then when the person that they're supporting comes to them and is struggling or has a question or is excited about a relationship or wants to pursue something, then they can be there and they can ultimately, support them in what they need. And, it's okay if they feel uncomfortable. I think that's normal, but at least then they have, some of the tools and some of the skills to support that person as a whole and support that person with what they want and how they want to live their life, which is ultimately our goal here at CORE. I want people to feel empowered, and I want people to feel respected, and I want people to feel like they have the knowledge and the power to make choices about their lives and really live a life that they want to live, and not a life that their support worker is telling them to live, or their social worker is telling them to live, or their parents are telling them to live. And I just think it is so incredible that all of us here at CORE get to come together and provide support to people and really empower them to be who they want to be, and that's absolutely why I come every single day.